Germany produced some of the best tanks of the Second World War. It wasn't only the engineering of these fighting vehicles, but also their unique design and appearance which set them apart. You may have noticed from historic footage or photographs that some tanks had a strange texture covering them. Well, in today's video, we look at this texture, known as Zimmerit, and why German tanks had this coating during World War II. If you enjoy this video and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. It's free and really helps the channel reach more history lovers like you. Despite the appearance, the strange textured coating on these German tanks isn't any form of camouflage, and it's not there for aesthetics. This is Zimmerit, a paste-like texture which, when applied to the exterior of a tank, provides a protective layer which reduces the magnetic properties of the tank's steel. The reason for its need was the German magnetic anti-tank mine, nicknamed the panzer. This device was a hollow charge with 3 powerful magnets stuck to the base. Because of this, it could be placed anywhere on an enemy tank, whatever the angle of the surface. Once an infantryman attached it to the enemy tank, it would stick and penetrate armour up to 140mm thick. These mines were very effective and used from 1942 onwards. So because of this, the thought process was if the magnetic strength of a German tank could be reduced, then enemy magnetic anti-tank mines would be useless. Thus, in 1943, Zimmerit was created. The compound was made up of pine crystals dissolved in benzene, zinc sulfide, barium sulfate, pine sawdust, PVA glue, pebble dust, and ochre. Once mixed together, it formed a sticky paste. The Zimmerit was applied at German tank factories, where the complicated process was easiest to complete. The first coat was applied to the tank, and a blowtorch used to dry it off. Without this, it would take around a week to dry properly. A second coat was then applied, which took the total thickness to around 6mm. A final use of the blowtorch would finish the process. For reference, around 200 kilograms or 440 pounds of Zimmerit was needed to cover a Tiger I in the areas an enemy soldier was likely to target. There were quite a few different patterns it was applied in, which made each tank slightly unique, and in fact some patterns were specific to certain tank versions. The coating would see use across all major tanks including Panzer III and IVs, Panthers, Tiger Is and Stugs. The texture stopped being applied towards the end of 1944 after fears of its flammability when struck by enemy anti-tank fire. Although these claims were never actually substantiated, as testing was conducted which didn't result in it catching fire. But even after this testing, the coating of Zimmerit was never restarted. Now, even though it seems like quite a clever invention, it was perhaps one of Germany's biggest wastes of time. This is because none of the Allies actually had a magnetic anti-tank mine in use. The Germans just assumed that one of their own was likely to be captured and copied, but with anti-tank weapons like the Piat and M1 bazooka, there was no need for a mine of that type. So essentially the man-hours put into applying it was completely unnecessary, and with additional days spent in the factory when the need for tanks was so high, it was actually quite a big mistake. Although for some, it does actually make the appearance of German tanks more interesting or menacing. Were you aware of Zimmerit before this video? Perhaps you just thought it was camouflage. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to expand your knowledge and join the growing Premier History community.